Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session on categories and types of hazards. Understanding the various types of hazards is fundamental in occupational safety and health, OSH, because hazards represent potential harm in the workplace. In this lecture, we will define key terms, identify hazard categories, and explore how they can affect workers, equipment, and the environment. Let's begin by defining some important terms. What is a hazard? The word hazard originates from the Arabic word azar, meaning chance or luck. In OSH terms, a hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm, whether that harm is to people's health and safety, to property, the environment, or even the organization's reputation. There are two main groups of hazards: safety hazards, which lead to accidents or injuries, and health hazards, which impact a worker's health. Now let's look at how we define risk and danger. Risk is the probability or chance that the hazard will cause harm. Danger represents the relative exposure to a hazard. It refers to the magnitude of both the hazard and the risk involved. Hazards can be classified into five major categories: biological, physical, ergonomic, chemical, and psychosocial. Let's explore each category in detail. Biological hazards are associated with exposure to living organisms that can cause illness or disease. Examples include blood or body fluids, fungi, bacteria and viruses, insect bites, and animal and bird droppings. Biological hazards are often encountered in industries like healthcare, agriculture, and waste management, where workers may be exposed to infectious agents. Physical hazards are the most common type found in workplaces. These include mechanical hazards, which involve injuries from machinery such as cutting, shearing, stabbing, crushing, or entanglement. Electrical hazards, where exposed wires, bad insulation, overloaded circuits, and damaged tools can lead to electrical shocks or fires. And other physical hazards, such as noise, uneven surfaces, extreme temperatures, and vibrations that can lead to injuries or long-term health conditions. An example of a physical hazard would be excessive noise in a factory setting, which can lead to hearing loss over time if not properly managed. Ergonomic hazards arise from poor workplace design or practices that cause physical strain, such as improperly adjusted workstations and chairs, frequent lifting, poor posture, repetitive movements, and using too much force repeatedly. These hazards are particularly common in office environments and jobs requiring manual labor. Poor ergonomics can lead to musculoskeletal disorders, like back injuries or repetitive strain injuries. Chemical hazards come from exposure to hazardous chemicals, whether solid, liquid, or gas. Examples include liquids like cleaning products, paints, acids, or solvents, vapors and fumes from gases released from welding or solvents, gases such as acetylene, propane, carbon monoxide, and helium, and flammable materials like gasoline, solvents, and explosive chemicals. Improper handling of chemicals can lead to burns, poisoning, respiratory problems, or even fires and explosions. For instance, flammable solvents stored improperly could cause a major workplace accident. Psychosocial hazards affect workers' mental health and well-being. Examples include workplace bullying or harassment, mental stress due to high job demands, repetitive work tasks or complexity, work overload or underload, and irregular or inflexible work schedules. Psychosocial hazards can lead to stress, anxiety, depression, and burnout. A healthy work-life balance and a supportive work environment are key to minimizing these risks. Health hazards include exposure to radiation or harmful levels of physical agents like radioactive materials, radiation such as X-rays, gamma rays, and alpha or beta radiation, and microwave, infrared, radar, and vibration. Workers exposed to these hazards may face long-term health risks, including cancer or chronic fatigue, if adequate protection is not provided. Once we understand the types of hazards, the next step is to identify them and perform a risk assessment. The process includes identifying the hazard, assessing the risk, and implementing control measures. To control hazards, we use the hierarchy of control method, which ranks control measures from the most effective to the least: elimination, substitution, engineering controls, administrative controls, and personal protective equipment (PPE). By following these steps, hazards can be effectively managed to protect workers.